Hey Pink Squad, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. So today we're going to start again with a bare face because I have a review for y'all, and I have not reviewed a foundation I think ever on my channel. I think so, ever. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today, and I am trying out a new setup since I did change up my room. I hope y'all like the background now, and you know the setup is going to be different. I'm trying a new tripod. I'm only using one light because sometimes my videos are super pale. Anywho, I did recently purchase a Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define foundation. Supposedly this is a full coverage matte foundation for oily skin. Excuse if you hear my cat in the background. Okay. So I've been looking up reviews prior purchasing this foundation right here, and let me just say that there's a lot of mixed reviews. Obviously, if you're watching this video, it's because you've been looking up reviews. I did get the shade C6, and I've been trying out this foundation for the whole week, and I did try it with different powders, different primers, and so you know, where I do have footage, and I'll be showing you footage and everything, how I apply it, and you know how I wear out during the whole week and during the day. So if you want to see what's the tea about these two, then just go ahead and keep on watching. So to start off, I am going to prime my face. I really wanted to use products that I know were, you know, my holy grails. I didn't want to change anything up. I didn't want to use something new that I knew that was gonna mess up the foundation. I really want to give it a fair chance. So if you've been following me for a good while, you already know the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. It is my holy grail primer. This is the only primer I use. And you know, I've been trying the whole week, trying out new primers, and there's more tea to that. I'll be doing a first impressions videos for y'all, so y'all can go ahead and wait for that video. But this is the primer I use. It's the only one that really works for my skin. So the best way that I have found out that this foundation works for me, and it's amazing, sorta. Well, not amazing, but still. I do use a brush. I use the Morphe Y7 brush. This is just a foundation brush. I did use a sponge, but for me, every time I press it onto my skin, wherever the foundation, you know, wherever the sponge sits on, it leaves like a little crease. Like it just leaves like the sponge right there, and it just doesn't blend out with the sponge that well. That's why I don't use a sponge. For me, it works with a brush, and that's really much you know, amazing for me, because usually I use a sponge for any foundation. Now, as you see, my face doesn't have that much imperfections. I do have a little bit of redness on my face, but other than that, I don't have that much imperfections. Only time I do get breakouts on my face is either a product that doesn't sit well to my face, or on my, you know, that special day of the month. But other than that, I never get breakouts. I never have a bad skin, as I do take care of my skin. So, and the shade, I really thought 8.5 was going to be my shade, but I went with shade 8, and it's sort of my shade, but it's a little tiny bit light on the swatches. The ones that I seen on YouTube, it looked like they were gonna, you know, be a perfect match. I'm usually on Maybelline Fit Me, I'm usually a 220 or 128, between both. It just depends. And on the Maybelline Superstay, I'm in 128 also. It's medium full coverage. I mean, sort of gives me the same coverage as my Maybelline Superstay. The only problem with this foundation, it does not sit well on my nose. It's just don't sit well on my nose. Now, if you do have dry skin, and sorry for my lighting, but I hope y'all can see it in the camera, because right now I can see it, but once I edit, y'all can't see it. Right here, I do have a little bit of dryness. I do have a dry patch. Right here, I also have one. So it's either just right here on the tip of my nose. So applying the concealer, with the concealer, I do like it. It's just a little bit tad too light for me. Use a sponge. I always use a sponge no matter what concealer. I tried to use a brush not too long ago, and it's just not, no, I just don't like it. But I go ahead and apply it on my eye and just blend it out, because that was a lot of concealer. So like I said, I did get the shade C6. It's a little bit tad too light for me, but with powder and everything, it's just kind of blends in at the end. I just use my Maybelline Fit Me. I always use this one. And any foundation, I use the Maybelline Fit Me. Oily wise, on this foundation, I do wake up at 5. By 5:30, I have my foundation on and wear it off all the way until like 6, 7. And I'll be inserting a clip right now while I set my whole face. Foundation is just, it creased a lot. It creased on my smile line, it creased on my chin, and it was just creasing, and on my nose was just like wore off really, really bad. And once I got home, I just took it off, and I'm like, yeah, no, maybe I thought it was the Maybelline Fit Me. But like I said, I wanted to use products that I know were going to work with, you know, that I know that I love and I know that I reach for a lot. I don't want to be changing my routine. And, you know, I was like, okay. So the next day, I did use my Bare Minerals Blemish Ready foundation powder, and helped a little bit around my nose, but it does not matter what you know, primer, because I did change the primer to the L'Oreal one, and does not matter what powder I use with it, it just does not sit well on my nose. It separates once a little bit of oil comes through. It just separates on my chin. It creases so bad. But on this part of my face, it's just good. On this, it's just like my whole T-zone, even on my forehead, like it creased so bad, and it was caking up so bad. And I'm like, what in the world? So I do not get that much oily, but whatever oil it comes through, it's just, you know, it's just creases and breaks out and cakes up, and it's just horrible. Just by looking at it once more, it does show my pores hella bad. I don't know if y'all can see it. And like I said, the shade totally off. It does not matter, but I don't know if y'all can see it through the camera. Obviously, I don't think y'all can, but it does accentuate my pores a lot. On my nose, it just won't sit right, and I'm kind of sick, so yeah. Obviously, like I said, you can see my dry patches as y'all seen in the little clip. And other than that, guys, I wouldn't have done a full face, but I do have another video to record for y'all, which is the Makeup Revolution Soap Palette. It's just, I've been having a hit or miss relationship with Makeup Revolution. So far, the only thing that I do like is the concealer. I do recommend the concealer. It does not crease on me. It does not cake up on me. It's just either for the eyes or for under eyes. I love this concealer. It's just the shade that I do have is just a little bit tad too light. And the foundation itself, you can see it's a total, on camera, obviously it's going to look a little bit, you know, off, but it doesn't have any SPF on it. And that, the shade range is just totally off. I know they're gonna come out with more shades. I'm not gonna pick it up. If you do like this foundation, like I said, what might work for me might not work for you, might not work for me, might work for you. So don't take it so much on me. If you really want to try it, you can go ahead and try it out. This is just my experience. This is what might work for me, and you know, this just totally doesn't work for me. I don't like the foundation. I just regret picking it up, and I shouldn't have listened to some other people. But you know, if you're watching this review, it's because you're thinking about getting it. So I really wanted to like this foundation here, but it's just, I've been trying out the whole week, and you know, if it doesn't work for the first, second, 2-3 days, it's just like, it does not matter what I use with it, it's just not working. As y'all seen in the demo, I am not lying. I had to record the demo for the first day. It was just horrible, and I really thought it was the powder, and it wasn't the powder. So you know, even I changed the primer. So yeah, guys, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below, and I hope this review kind of helped you out. I'm so sorry for the lighting. I'm still trying to work with it, and we're still trying to keep on. Doesn't matter. That's not going to stop us. And let me go ahead and film this other video for y'all. I do have 3 more videos to film for y'all. And yeah, guys, I hope y'all get to stay at the end if you're new, and I'll go ahead and see y'all on the next video. Bye, guys.